today's lecture we will study about the industry. So we will study few definitions like definition of industry and definition of firm. Clear? So what is meant by industry? We heard the term industry. So what is meant by industry? Which type of activities are going on in industry? So industry is, we know that something is going on, something is manufacturing. The raw material, we are providing the raw material and we are getting the goods in the finished form. So what it means, what is going on in the industry? So in industry where the processing, fabrication and manufacturing of raw material into a finished form taken place, that is known as the industry. Are you with me? Industry, what is meant by industry? Where an activity like processing, fabrication and manufacturing of finished goods from the raw material known as the industry. And what is meant by the firm? Firm, more than two people, they working together and running an business organization. That type of organization known as the firm. More than two people. Clear? Later on we will study what we mean by the firm, what we mean by the forms of organization, which are the different types of forms of organization. But here we have to define the firm, we should know the definition of firm. So for more than two people, they are working together and running a business organization, that is known as the firm. So both the definition we studied, what is meant by industry, what is meant by the firm. Again I am revising. Industry. Industry is an organization where the activity like processing, fabrication and manufacturing of finished goods and services from its raw material known as the industry. And firm, more than two people, they are running a business organization, that is this type of organization known as the firm. Understood? So next topic is, okay, good. Next topic is classification of industry. Classification of industry. Industry is classified on these four bases. On the basis of goods produced, on the basis of size and investment, on the basis of capital employed, and on the basis of official classification. So let us study one by one. So first one is the goods produced. First industry is the goods produced. So industries, already we know in industry processing, fabrication and manufacturing of goods taken place. So first is goods produced. So on the basis of goods produced, which type of industry or which type of work such industries are performing. So such industries, they are producing the goods, and goods, on the basis of goods produced, again the two types of goods are there. One is the capital goods and other one is the consumer goods. Capital goods also known as the producers goods. Capital goods is also known as the producer's goods. So why it is known as capital or producer goods, and other goods are known as the consumer goods? So why it is known as the consumer goods? Is it? So raw material get processed or manufactured into the finished form, and whatever the finished form that industry manufactured, that finished form, if it is consumed by ultimate user or end user, this type of goods known as the consumer goods. What? Consumer goods. When it is utilized by the end user or consumer, that is known as the consumer goods. For example, the pharmaceutical preparations like the tablet, capsules, injection. Pharmaceutical industries, they are manufacturing those goods and it is consumed by the patient only. Capsules are administered by patient. So such a goods which are manufactured by manufacturer or producer and consumed by the ultimate user or end user or consumer, known as the consumer goods. Next, what I said, producers goods. So producers goods are the capital goods. Producers goods. Producer means the person who is involved in the process of production. Clear? Or it is known as the capital goods. So producers goods are the capital goods. manufactured by one manufacturer, and those goods are used to make the newer goods in its finished form, known as the producer's goods. For example, the wheel of four wheeler का जो wheel है और tires है, they are manufactured by one manufacturer, and those tires are purchased by other producer or other manufacturer, and it helps to assemble the four-wheeler or the car. So tire is itself in its finished form with the first producer, but that finished form again assembled and used to form a newer finished form, newer goods. Clear? So raw material are used and it is used to convert the finished goods, but again those finished goods are used by the producer to produce the newer goods, known as the producer's goods. For example, tire, that means we can say wheel or steering or parts of computer, hardware of computer, they are manufactured somewhere else or manufactured by other manufacturers. But all those goods, they are assembled and they are used by other manufacturers and to produce the newer things. For example, tires are used to assemble the car or to produce the car. Clear? So this way, such a goods which are used by other manufacturers to produce the newer things, known as the producer's goods or capital goods. Understood with both the definition and difference between these two, consumer's goods and producer's goods? Understood? Okay, done. Consumer's goods and the producer's goods. Now next one is the goods produced. We have to classify the industries on the basis of goods produced. So first classification is extractive industries. What is meant by extract? What is meant by extract? So extract means benefiting something from somewhere. कहीं से कुछ निकालना. ठीक है, आइसोलेट करना, सेपरेट करना. जैसे गोल्ड हम लोग जमीन से निकालते हैं, ऑयल हम लोग समंदर से निकालते हैं, वेल से निकालते हैं. तो इस प्रकार से कहीं से वो चीज निकालना, या जूसेस है, या हम लोग प्रोग्नोसी में पढ़ते हैं कि बहुत ही नेचुरल प्रोडक्ट्स जो है उनमें इंपॉर्टेंट केमिकल कांस्टेंट्स होते हैं. वी आर आइसोलेटिंग इट, वी आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग इट फ्रॉम इट्स सोर्सेस. So that is known as the extractive industries. So industries which are involved in such a type of activity. Which activity? Extracting the valuable things from the soil, from the water, from the earth, known as the extractive industries. Industries which are involved in the extraction process. They are extracting the valuable things from the earth, from the soil, from the water, from the seas, and they are dealing with those products. That is, or they are processing with those products. Such industries are known as the extractive industries. For example, mining, coal mine, gold mine, and kerosene mine, petroleum mines. So these are the examples. What we are doing? We are extracting the coal from the earth. Clear? So this is known as the extractive industries. The industries which are involved in the extraction of valuable things from the air, from oil, from earth, from water, from seas, from soil. So such industries are known as the extractive industries. And example is mining, gold mine, coal mine, and oil. Is it? Next one is the genetic industry. Genetic. What genetic means and what the genetic stands for. So industries which work genetic, that is multiplication, that is processing. हम लोग बहुत से पौधों को या पेड़ों को क्या करते हैं? जेनेटिकली हाइब्रिड करते हैं. मैंगो का एक टाइप है, अभी उसे हाइब्रिड करने के बाद या जेनेटिक प्रोसेस करने के बाद उस मैंगो की पेड़ को बहुत सारे मार्केट में पपाया, पहले सीड्स रहती थी पपाया में, आजकल सीडलेस पपाया मिलता है. Why this changes comes? It comes because of the genetic process. So industries which are performing the activity of genetic changes, and why these genetic changes are taken place? So these genetic changes taken place just to increase the production, to multiply the genes. Genes multiple करना या production को increase करके ज़्यादा और पैसे कमाना, earn the profit, known as the genetic industries. Is it known as the genetic industries? Industries which are involved in the processing. Is it? So genetic industries, poultry farm, canals are the example of genetic industries. Industries which are involved in. Hello. So industries which are involved in the process of multiplication or production or processing, known as the genetic industry. Can you hear me? Next one is the constructive industry. Construction. So there are few type of industries are there. It takes time to construct or it takes time to get the things in its finished form. जैसे कि हम लोग देखते हैं रोडवेज पे, जैसे हाँ पुलिया बन रहा है, ठीक है, ब्रिज जिसे हम लोग बोलेंगे, ब्रिज अगर बन रहा है तो ब्रिज एक महीने में, 2 महीने, तो महीने में नहीं बनता. हाईवेज बन रहा है तो ये काम सालों साल चलता है. इट टेक्स द लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन. So such a type of activities are there which takes time to get into its finished form. Such a type of industries known as the constructive industries, like construction of dam, construction of highways, construction of bridges. Clear? So these are the examples. So simple constructive industries, the industries which are involved in the activity of construction, and it takes time to get the things into its finished form or get the things ready. Clear? Next one is the manufacturing industry. Manufacturing industry itself perform the activities of the manufacturing. That means purchasing raw material, processing the raw material, and then following the steps and performing the different steps of processing and get the goods into its finished form. So it required some more activities. So which type of activities are required and which type of activities industries they are performing, on that basis the manufacturing industry are again classified under the analytical industry, synthetic industry, processing industry, and assembling industry. So first one is the analytical industry. What is meant by analytical industry? Analysis. That means if water is there, so water contains what? Water contains which two atoms it contains? Water, carbon dioxide. What it contains? So water contains hydrogen and oxygen. H2O, hydrogen and oxygen. These two elements. But how we came to know that water contains hydrogen and oxygen? Carbon dioxide contains carbon and oxygen. How we came to know? By means of analyzing. That means we have to analyze each and every element from its molecule. तो मॉलिक्यूल है, तो मॉलिक्यूल में कौन कौन से एलिमेंट्स प्रेजेंट है उन्हें आइडेंटिफाई करना, उन्हें सेपरेट करना, that is analyzing. And the industries which are involved in the process of identification and separation of molecule, separation of elements from its molecule, known as the analytical industry. Clear? Industries which are involved in such an activity like separation and identification of an element from its molecule known as the analytical industry. For example, हम लोगों ने अभी देखी H2O. H2O contains hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon dioxide contains carbon and oxygen. So we studied it. H2O is there. So what the H2O contains? Now then, after separating and identifying the elements, we came to know H2O contains hydrogen and oxygen. Clear? So if such a type of an industry, such type of activity and industry perform, known as the analytical industry. Second one is the synthetic industry, opposite with the analytical. If anyone would like to prepare the benzaldehyde, if it is in the finished form, we will get this product by combining 2 to 3 atoms. So what is necessary? So benzaldehyde, if we will take the benzoic acid, alcohol, then we will get it into the in its form, that is benzaldehyde. That means benzoic acid and alcohol will be required. After combining alcohol and benzoic acid, we will get the benzaldehyde. Is it? So assembling, that is combining the different molecule and form a element from a molecule. Combining the different elements and getting the molecule known as the synthesis. So if we will synthesize, we will or activity industry which is involved in such a type of activity where the combination of different elements taken place and combination of different elements may result into the product. So such type of activities if an industry performs, that industry known as the synthetic industry. For example, benzaldehyde. Is it or any example you can put? Next classification is processing. Processing, that is, if you were in the college, you are preparing the syrup, then tablet, then capsule. So how it will be in its finished form? How we are preparing the syrups and the tablets and the capsules. So we are getting the raw material, then weighing, then analyzing. After analyzing the raw material, we will process it. So if we have to prepare the syrup, we will add solvent and the solute. Then we will mix it, shake it, and then we will process it again the filtration, then purification, sterilization, and we will pack. So the process should be there. So, processing, that means activities which are going on to get the finished goods from its raw material. Raw material से finished goods बनाना, और बनाने के लिए जो प्रोसेसिंग लगती है, follow the steps or the procedure to get the finished goods from its raw material. If an industry is involved in the conversion of raw material into its finished form, known as the processing industry. For example, pharmaceutical preparation, the tablet, capsules, injection. We are after following some steps or after processing the raw material, we are getting the serum or the tablets and capsules or injection in its finished form. So industries which are involved in the conversion of raw material to finished form, known as the processing industries. For example, pharmaceutical industry. Assembling, assemble. मॉर्निंग में हम लोग क्या होते हैं, असेंबल होते हैं, या कोई प्रोग्राम रहता है तो हम लोग असेंबल होते हैं. असेंबल मतलब जुड़ना, एक जगह पे जुड़ना. क्लियर? तो फॉर एग्जांपल इंटरनेट, we are here today. How it is possible to be get assembled? Because of the internet, networking. Or four-wheeler is an example. So what we are doing, we are assembling steering from some industry, wheels from some industry, doors from some industry, engine from some industry. And what the industrialists they are doing, they are assembling all those parts and they are getting the model of the car, getting the model of the two-wheeler. So assembling, that means children. Or networking, we are staying somewhere else and it is very easy to connect with others. It is very easy to talk with the person who is living in the foreign, who is living so far from our place. So it happens because of the networking. And networking the newer things known as the assembly industry. Example is networking. Example is four-wheeler. Clear? So here we finish with the first type of industry, that is goods produce.